Hi everyone, the Mature Simmer here. Welcome back to Real Economy Trucking Euro Style. So, back here on the mainland? I think that's the wrong way to phrase it, because it's not like when we were here in the Middle East that we were on an island or something. But, over more to the main part of the map. How about that? Kind of getting back into Europe and going from there in the traditional locations of Euro Truck. So we got here from Thessalonica. I'm going to take this to Ptolemaida, another area of Greece. Alright, so this is where we had dropped the barley off before. Now I just need to, wasn't paying attention as to what company we were at. Alright, so we just need to go to DB Schenker down the road. It's easy enough. So I think we need to turn left.
Turn left.
There you go. We do need to turn left, as she tells us.
Get ready to turn right.
So we'll go right over there. Good timing. Last episode, I swear I couldn't catch a break. Literally everything was, every light I caught.
Get ready to turn right.
But we'll head in here to DB Schenker. We'll get this picked up, and then we'll be able to go ahead and make our delivery.
Is now finished.
Alright, so there we go. So yeah, there were a lot of things with the ferry to get back to the Middle East and so forth, so I'm going to have to get a little ways away, I think, before I just start getting a lot of options to just go in a lot of directions. But I think I had maybe 3 or 4 loads that weren't just taking me right back to the Middle East. So clearly lots of the trade with Greece here heads to the Middle East. Again, I don't know how much of that at all mimics what you'd have in real life a little bit, but definitely an intriguing thought, though, because you would think, I mean, obviously it's probably closer and easier to do things. Alright, just cycling my lights again. Whoops. No, I need to go that way. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm like, I can go to the right and I can exit. No, I can't. There's a fence there, fool. There's almost a building there, too, for most of it. Ridiculous. It's like short-term memory loss. I don't understand. It's been a while. Last episode was the first time I've been on in about a month because I was waiting for a ProMods update. But man, you'd think I forgot how to do anything in the real world. Alright, so I'm going to take this. We'll let him get by unless he suddenly slows down for me. That looks, I don't know that it's Russian, but that's interesting writing. Maybe that is just Greek. Don't know. Again, a lot of brands, a lot of companies I don't know. Being from the US, I'm not familiar with these things.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
But yeah, it's probably a Greek company now that, yeah, it's got .gr on the website address. Take the first exit.
Now.
Alright. Yeah, because otherwise we'd potentially be going to the ferry, which is again why a lot of things here do that, because it's a pretty simple way to go. So, kind of going to go traverse along the edge of what they have as the map here. So I think the fastest I'll be able to go is going to be 90 euros or whatever. So, 90 euros. 90 kilometers per hour. I'm telling you, I just cannot function. It's just, I'm off. But, hopefully I'll get on soon. For your sake as well as mine. You guys will be like, this guy's a goofball. What is he doing? He can't even string coherent sentences together. That would be a bad thing. But I think we just stay on a road and just go now until we get to that next town. I don't think there's anything in between. It's 227 kilometers. Let me reset my trip meter. So again, obviously we've gone a little ways, so probably closer to 200 now. Maybe even below that. I don't have a dashboard app running at this point. I'm just driving, enjoying the thrill of the open road. Axios River. Nice river. Alright, looks like we've got either a toll or a border patrol. It says I have to slow down. Am I going to have to... Is this gated or... Yeah, they're all gated, so... No such luck as a nice automatic pull-through. That would be great. So yeah, this is something there wasn't a ton of in the Middle East, so I'm going to have to get used to constantly stopping and paying tolls. But there we go, €4. And then we are on our way again. Oh, doesn't look like I quite made it to the point where the cruise control will take over again, but now we're good. So it looks like we're going to get there, but have to go to the right. So let me move over. So the road itself continues, but map-wise, we're unable to go in that direction.
And then turn right.
So I do have to take a look and see if maybe I've got... I think I do have distance limitations, because I was like, well, I'm not going to go anywhere too far, but right now I'm not quite sure. I'm kind of in that limbo zone where this might not quite be far enough, because I would have liked to have a little bit longer of a run available to me, but nothing came up, and so maybe there was nothing. You know, maybe I can go to 400 kilometers or something, but I just couldn't find anything. But basically the longest ones were about 250 kilometers, and so therefore I think I could just get up into Macedonia, I think it is, to Stip, which I had been to or come from before. But I'm always looking to travel somewhere I haven't explored, and certainly, again, never in my travels in Eurotruck have I been in this particular area of Greece. So this is a new part of the ProMods map that I'm not going to be familiar with. So West Balkans gameplay video has come out in the last week or so, I think. So I'm assuming that indicates we're quite close to finally having that DLC released. It's been about 1.5 years since the Russia mod was basically shelved per supporting the Ukrainians against the invasion that occurred. So I think that caused the team to pivot to something completely unplanned, or maybe at the early stages, because I mean they did come out and say, hey, we're going to do West Balkans, but I don't know if a team was already beginning that, or if they truly started from nothing. Is this going to be a toll? No, it's interesting that it just had like lights, like it could be blocked or something, so that was a weird one. Not sure what that was, but speaking of tolls, we do have another one coming up here. I've never gotten to full speed yet. I was barely at 60 kilometers, so again, does not bode well. I don't know which way to go. I'll go this way. I guess there was only one car over to the right, but... Oh goodness. Thank you. I'm like, are we stuck or something? I'm like, the gate is up, and... Because, yeah, the gates are doing weird things. They're, like, not coming down, as you can see. They just kind of move. But then it acts like the gate's down, and it's processing and so forth. So let's see if I sit here for a while. There we go. Now it goes down. I need to pay 8 euros. Look at that. So they must pay immediately, but then hesitate in going. So it's a little strange. Alright, let me move over to the right, because I am not the fastest thing on the road. So I certainly should not be the one sitting there and blocking the left lane. Oh, I see the flag already. So that is a good thing. But yeah, what we keep running into is kind of this weird limbo zone, as I said, where it takes me a little over 15 minutes, and then, you know, kind of trying to hit that half-hour spot, if I can, in the video length. I'm then always like, well, then I just need another short one, and maybe what I do is just run what I can. Because it's like, if it's less than 15 minutes, that seems really short for an episode. Certainly let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, if you're like, hey, just do a run and whatever it is, and yet that yes, you'd prefer it to not be too far over half an hour in total.
And then exit right.
But the thing I tend to run into is then I find something that's like, oh, I've got this, whoa.
Exit right.
Oh, so much fun. Alright, well, this will again be an episode that we just have because we've got a crash on that ramp, and so let's see, what's it going to have us do? Alright, it's going to have us go around, which would make sense. So we're just going to go on every ramp,
and then exit right,
except the one we need. We're just going to cycle around this clover leaf like
exit
going around a
right.
lucky shamrock or something. 4-leaf clover. Not a shamrock. Shamrock's something else, I think. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. It's something I do often, so if you're new, welcome to the Totally Wrong Guys channel. I just try to talk intelligently, but I'm not always successful.
Keep right, and then exit right.
So that's one. The good news is, I guess, you know, this is a way to get discovery of this stuff, I suppose, because otherwise I don't know that I'd go down these sides ever, because you can't get on from here. Alright, and then we're going to go around, we're going to exit right again. I still cannot get over how challenging and tight the entrance ramps, or the ramps, are here in Europe. It's just a bit insane.
Exit
So
right.
you can see the fire engine over there with the accident, but it does appear that we can do what we need here, so as long as something didn't bleed over and block the entire main interstate, which if it did, this will be a problem, because it's then led me into a dead end, and what am I going to do? I don't know. But let's hope that's not the case. It doesn't look like it is. Alright, there is some traffic coming, so just do need to be careful as I merge. They need to be aware of me as I merge. But it looks like we're open. But yeah, that took 2 minutes or something just to go play that game. And I don't have things set too high here in my American Truck Simulator series. I did decide to kind of leave the events or random events and detours settings to the default that the game normally sets. Typically I dial them way back because I'm just more interested in driving than I am in having things that challenge me with that. But since I don't have map mods and so forth in there now, I kind of was like, yeah, let me go back kind of old school to how the base game is set and let it move me around. So
Keep right,
it's pretty rare
and then
here
turn right.
that we have a blockage like that, but we did, obviously.
Turn right.
Alright, so Ptolemeda, so I don't know. This is like Ptolemy named after this, or what? Which came first, the Ptolemy or the Ptolemeda?
Right.
Don't know.
Turn right.
Alright. Again, good timing. So this right now, I Hope I don't jinx it, but this is the good light timing episode. Look at that, it's one way. How do we leave town? Oh no, it's not one way, he's just passing. I'm just a fool. Again, another common occurrence on the channel. So, in any event. Lots of, pretty flat right here, but certainly looks pretty nice. Again, I love the Pro Mod Zero team. I think they've done some incredible work. I know we're in their 10th anniversary at this point, so obviously they've had time. I get that, but
Get ready to turn right.
you know, compared to the modders and ATS that have had less
and then
time.
Turn left.
But I think it's also a testament to the longevity of this game, you know, by SCS as well, where a lot of times people are like, we need a new version, we need whatever, and I'm like,
We are finished.
why? This one works great. Just, you know, let it go, and let's just haul stuff. You know, add some maps, sure, but we don't need to go through the whole start over, get a new game, let's all buy new maps again, and then listen to people grumbling about how they don't want to pay for maps. So I just find all of this incredibly entertaining. It's kind of the be careful what you wish for. It's like, well, I want a new graphics engine, I want whatever. Like, I've got reflections in my window here, I'm looking at everything. Sure, they're not like crystal clear, they might look a little bit better if they did something, but again, it's a truck simulator. So, I don't understand. I mean, to me, the road surfaces, these containers, everything that makes me feel like I'm here and doing this job, like, it's immersive enough for me. Whoops. My farming simulator problem. I'm hitting the space bar to go in reverse, which is what you do in farming simulator. Again, another common occurrence on the channel. This is just common occurrence sampling episode, I think, is what you're getting here. So if you've not been here before, welcome to the insanity. Alright, 193 kilometers. Let's see where we go with our rankings. So yeah, I mean, we're at the point now, we're at high enough levels that this is a bit of work to move up. Alright, well, this is the reality here. This is a long run. I like it. I like the fact that we have a long run, but this is also the danger of going to a tiny town like this. I've got two options to, again, go back to the Middle East or in that direction, which I'd rather not do, or I can later take this one a long way across Greece and try something else, and then, you know, maybe start going up through Bulgaria and so forth, because I've, you know, done Macedonia and those. I mean, we've only got the one town in Albania, but, like, see, I don't know if all of this is West Balkans, or if just some of this is West Balkans, but I think this is the area they're doing. Or maybe this is West Balkans, like part of Ukraine and so forth. So, you know, maybe it's Belarus and Ukraine that we're going to get. I'm not sure. But we'll see what we get. We'll worry about that later, but my point now is I'm not going to grab this at this point. But this is 487 kilometers, so I clearly do have some good distance. I don't know that I need anything more than 500 or 600. That, I think, would be too long for an episode. But this will be a great one to pick up next time. So I will see you then.